Okay, so now that All-Star Weekend is in the books for the NBA, how would you grade it, right? Did you like it or not? For me personally, I think the NBA All-Star Weekend, or the All-Star Game, I'll say the All-Star Game was a success. I know some people might not like the new format and they have different, opinions about the new format, but what the new format did show me is that these guys, when they are willing, can compete. Even though we know the All-Star Game is a meaningless game where, it doesn't count for anything, but seeing those guys out there be competitive for their respective countries, for the world, and also for the USA Stars and Stripes was something that was well needed for the NBA. I mean, you have Victor Wembanyama leading the charge for the world team. I mean, the guy looked very animated, even in the games that they lost. He looked like he wanted to win those games that they played in. As far as the team that had LeBron and Kawhi, you seen Kawhi Leonard go out there and just absolutely dominate, showing that when needed, he can carry a team. You look at Kevin Durant, you look at Anthony Edwards, who was the All-Star Game MVP. You look at just that young team that had Cade Cunningham, Devin Booker, Tyrese Maxey, Scotty Barnes, Jalen Duren. That is the next wave. And I know some people feel like, oh, we don't know what the NBA is going to do in the near future when, certain stars choose to retire. Well, that game showed you that these young players are willing to carry the torch. As far as the competitiveness of what we saw in the All-Star Game, that was a jolt of electricity into the league. Honestly, it showed me that these guys, for bragging rights, know what's at stake. We can go back and look at the days of the Allen Iversons, the Kobe Bryants, the Michael Jordan. The list goes on and on and on about guys that actually competed in the All-Star Game and took the game semi-serious. And I'm not saying, right, that guys didn't take the All-Star Game serious in previous years, but to that same point, we saw just a lackluster effort from guys, guys that are not showing that they want to be there for that particular weekend. The best of the best of the best. An opportunity for them to go out there and showcase their skills for the world to see on the biggest stage. I know some people feel like the time slot for the NBA this weekend wasn't warranted, but we know due to them being on a different network, they couldn't get the late start and things like that. But I feel like with the games being the way they were, very competitive, we even seen game-winning shots from Scotty Barnes and also De'Aaron Fox. We saw Kawhi Leonard go out there and look like he was going for the MVP for the taking. Looked like he had it in the bag until Anthony Edwards went out there and ultimately it brought it home, not only for the Minnesota Timberwolves, but for himself as well. I think, again, like I said, the NBA has something here. I think they should bring it back next year. And also, just kudos to the fans, being the fans that were receptive to this style of play and how the game was, with the world going against not only Team Stars but Team Stripes as well. And overall, if you ask me a grade for the NBA All-Star Game, I will give it an A+. That's just my opinion.